Apart from all the tools, the straps, I have this little bag, man bag. I can sort of say 2 wet wipes. I don't know why, these are really tiny, and probably somebody gonna say that I'm stupid having these in here. But we do a bit of a kind of urban exploration and stuff when we're out. So these can come really handy, and if you're doing a lot of gravel and it's dusty, I think this might be useful. It doesn't take that much space, so I have it there until I know if it's useful or not. A pair of gloves. This is waterproof gloves on this side. Really good if you need to do some dirty maintenance on the bike. You can use this so you don't get your dirty hands within the gloves afterwards. Then you have dirty hands every time you take on your biking gloves. Just normal visor cleaner for your visor. This one contains chemical metal. I have this wet wipe around it because it's kind of sticky and leaky and smelly. So I'll put it down again. But it's good to have. I have this one. Probably can see from already now what it is. It's for fixing a puncture. I have had several punctures, so this kit has saved me a few times. You can see one of the YouTube films I have where I get a flat tire in decent speed, and I'm happy I had this one, otherwise I would have been stuck. I also have some surgical knives here. These are really sharp, and I use them for pretty much everything. Good to have. So that's that. I have this. It's my slime inflator or compressor or whatever it's called. It's for 12 volt. You've probably seen these ones before. This one is just to see the pressure you have. And this pack's pretty nice and small. Then I have this one. It's just a very simple, I don't know what it's called in English, multimeter in Swedish. Just to be able to see if there's a short cuff, if you have power and so on. This is small, lightweight, and if it's something that can stop you, it's an electrical problem, I think. So this one should be there. Going on, just Swiss Army knife. This one is good, and the wine opener is good. A plastic hose. If I don't bring this, I'm gonna need it, so I have it, so I don't need it. This one, it's a bit of a string if I need to tie something, and I also have a bit of electrical wire. This one is fairly thick, so it's thicker than you need for most things, but it's better to have a thicker one than a too thin one. And I don't bring any ropes for my tent, so this is if I ever need to tie down the tent, I will use this. One of these, if you break down along the roadside and it's getting dark, or if it's getting dark anyway, it's always good to have this one of these vests that you can put on. High-vis one. Oil plug. And then you can say, where's the oil filter thingy? Yeah, I don't have the oil filter thing. That's like a cup that you put on the oil filter to get it off. Because I used the K&N oil filter, the high performance filter, and the high performance filter has, so you can use the number 14 of this to get it off. It has like a nut welded in the bottom. Very good, very good. This is the kind of, you know, that you stretch this tape and it gets waterproof. It kind of melt together. Duct tape. I put it up on a smaller thing so it doesn't take so much space. And this is, you know, this like zip ties, but in metal. With this you can repair a lot of things, and this is really sturdy. It's stainless steel and so on. It's a bit heavy, but I don't dare to leave it. I bring it. That's about it, and I fit it all in this little nice bag. And this comes from my kids' toys. I nicked it from my kids. So there's 3 more things that is essential that I bring. We start with the easy one. These are just red LEDs that flashes a lot. It doesn't take much space, and these ones, in case you get stuck on the road, it's very good to have some safety. This one, people laugh because I always have this one with me. It's actually a saw, a blade, and I have used this several times. It happens that there is a tree falling over the road or something, and then you can use this one to cut it up and move it away. I've used this one. Last thing I have is this one. In this one I have, it's pretty dirty, a spare light bulb for the headlight of the bike, because that is kind of important in some countries. This is bought in Albania, so it's a special one. No, it brings memories for me. This is some lube and some super glue, some sandy paper or whatever it's called, grinding paper maybe, some more Loctites, and then it's a lot of small electrical stuff and nuts and bolts, good to have, spare fuses and so on. This is a little good to have box. So that's it. So this is my kit, and with this stuff I can fix most of the thing on my bike. I do have one of these with me as well. It's a charger, and it's in case I get electrical problem, I mean a flat battery on my GS1200, nightmare. So, moving on, next thing you need is straps. This is a small strap, 2 slightly bigger straps. These I use for strapping down on ferries and that kind of things. Very easy to have. You can have these big ones, but they are heavier and you don't need that. On a ferry these ones are perfectly fine. This one is fairly long. It's one of these that you can, and that you need if you're changing tire and gonna inflate the tire. You need to push this around the tire and use this to really push it together. This one is fairly long. I think it's about 4 meters, so you can use it for more than just strapping down things. You can use it as a rope as well. Always try to find things that double up for more than one thing, and this one is good. There's no big metal hooks, as you can see. That might be an disadvantage, but I think that is good because it saves a lot of weight out of this one. So this is the strappies. Last thing, if you've done a lot of ferries and trains and stuff, you know carrying your stuff is heavy like shit. So I carry my waterproof bag within one of the panniers. In that waterproof bag I have my toilet gear, my clothes and towel and all the personal stuff that I need going on ferries and trains. Doing the autosug or a ferry, it's pretty common that you can't go down to your bike and pick up gears. You need to bring all the things you think you need. That usually is your, or at least for me it's the tank bag, and it is the waterproof bag with my clothes and personal stuff. Remember, you're walking probably in all your biking gear, your helmet and all of that. So this is, I love this. Bring it. It's small and you're gonna use it. One more thing. I like to keep things tight and organized. So that's why I have these. This is actually for putting up your hair, but these are really good to have to organize anything. I have it around the electrical cables, around this and so on. If you just drop all of this in a bag, it's gonna be a mess picking it up. This is nice and tight and clean, and these are really useful and colorful.